Another really important thing that I like to do, which is sort of overlooked often, is to understand the client's personality, because that kind of drives how the conversations, over the next weeks or the following weeks look like.
Okay, cool. So the first question is, what's your approach to onboarding new clients and establishing clear expectations from the start?
So I like to kick things off with a discovery call. So this is a call where we actually go through what the client's expectations are as far as performance goals, business goals, and then what success actually looks like to that particular client and that particular account. The very Another really important thing that I like to do, which is sort of overlooked often, is to understand the client's personality, because that kind of drives how the conversations, over the next weeks or the following weeks look like. So sort of understand how hands-on the client wants to be, or how they like to communicate, like the frequency of communication, the cadence, etc. So those are the two important things. And then lastly, what is very important is to set the realistic expectations based on what you've heard and understood from the client. So it's important to listen to them, but at the same time, it's also important to let them know what's realistically possible over 30, 90, 60 days, etc. So yeah, that's what I do in the first initial kickoff call with the client.
Awesome, thank you. I love that you are like you talked about like personalities, because this is actually, it's probably like, if not the first, the second time I'm hearing about like that. Uh, so my next question would be, how do you tailor your communication style to different client personalities and technical knowledge levels?
So, so clients are always going to be different, right? So some have really, they sort of match your energy where you're talking about, other things beyond just your work. But sometimes the client is very much all about the work, and they just come in, understand what's happening, and, head out. So firstly, matching the personality style would be to, when you have those first few conversations, to sort of understand how the client is and what they like to talk about. So you go from there. But as far as the account and performance is concerned, really there's two things. One, if the client is very hands-on, they understand business, they understand all the metrics, then it's going to be a very data savvy report, or a really high level report that you present to them. The other one would be where the client is majorly just concerned with how good we've been doing, and what's working, what's not working, like top line metrics and stuff. So if that's what they're looking for, that's what they get. So yeah, basically understand what the client wants and likes, and then go from there.
Cool. I have a really follow-up question on that one. Um, which one is easier for you? Is it like the clients who understand metrics, or the clients who kind of like just understand the overview of things?
Well,
Right.
it's sort of in between, because sometimes when the client knows too much, they think they know too much, and then they sort of want to drive how everything goes. But really, they don't know how Google Ads works. Like, they know marketing, they understand business, but they don't understand what the nitty-gritties of Google Ads look like. Like, for instance, you make a change, you don't want to touch it for the next 14 days because Google has a terrible learning curve and all of that. And then with those things in mind, what needs to be done, but the client doesn't, and thinks that, oh, this is not working, let's change it immediately. So it's sort of a balance between both. I've been lucky to have clients that are pretty understanding about these type of things. So but yeah, I prefer a client who understands but also lets you do your thing, which is Google.
Mm, yeah, got it.
So you have your call scheduled, which is numero uno. And then once you're in your call, I've written some to-dos, kind of things that I really think are important to just touch on within the first call in some capacity to set you up for success moving forward. And those are: